How's it going, everybody? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today I am unboxing a starter set for a brand new trading card game that I came across online through Instagram, and the artwork caught my eye. I'm not gonna lie, one of the things that I am always drawn to when it comes to card games or just games in general is the artwork. And this one had this epic feel to it, just by the characters that you see in the artwork that they provided. And I came across it. I reached out to the company and I was like, hey, do you have any promotional materials that I could use to feature you on the channel? And they said, yes, we'd be more than happy to send you something. So they sent me two deluxe starters for the game. And I'm going to unbox one today, open it up, see what's inside. The thing is, I don't know much about the gameplay yet. One of the things I love about TCGs is seeing how far I can get to figuring out the game, because I've been playing trading card games for so many years, and seeing if I can apply my knowledge of Magic the Gathering, Versus System, Raw Deal, UFS, WoW TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that stuff, to see what I can put together before actually seeing the rules. And it's a fun thing to see how much I could figure out and then be surprised at what innovations that a trading card game has come up with, because it's so hard to try and get one that has a unique feel to it. And this one, the artwork caught my eye, and now I get to open up a starter and see what's inside. So let's take a look at the Watchers TCG starter set and see what's inside. Let's get to it. Alright, so here is the starter for the Watchers trading card game. Right off the bat, as you can see, the artwork gives you an epic feel of what to expect in this game. Especially when you have the tagline, battle your opponent and beat the Adra at all costs. Alright, so on the back here, it gives you a little bit of a description of what the Watchers game is all about. A dominant alien force, the Adra, come to Earth to wipe out humanity once and for all. But with the help of newfound alien friends, the human race fights back, led by the ultimate warrior, Steve Jacobs. All the while, the Watchers continue to observe the battle, not choosing a side. Alien races, spaceship battles, far-off worlds, deep space missions, magic, futuristic weapons, it's all here in the ultimate battle trading card game. Alright, so this game includes game cards, instructions, game intelligence guidebook, dice, and battle card pad. Now, let's find out what all of this is. So, as I mentioned in the intro, I have not had the chance to really look into this. I wanted to give it a fresh set of eyes, first time opening it up, just to see what's in here, and then I'll be doing a learn to play video later on down the line. So let's open this up and see what's inside. And as you can tell, yes, I did start the plastic, because you know what, me and boxes, especially the ones that are wrapped, don't really get along all that well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this opened up here. Try not to shake the camera, and see what's inside. Alright, so let's open this up. Put this to the side here. Sorry about my arm in the way. Alright, so we have, good gracious. Alright, so we have the get to know the game. So it looks like this is a little bit of the rules right here. Things to remember. Okay, so we got a little setup guide here. Easy, quick start, starting the game. So it's like a quick little tutorial. This, though, good gracious. Okay, so keep track of your battle numbers. If the defender number is higher, then the attacker loses the difference in the number of Thoma, which I guess would be the life points in this game. If the attacker number is higher, then the defender loses the difference of number in that difference in number of Thoma. Okay, for all battles, roll a d20 unless the card says otherwise or says different. Yeah, I paraphrased it. Sorry about that. Alright, so basically this is your scorecard for this. This is a big one right here. I wonder if they'll have like some sort of an app to make this a little bit easier. But you know what? They give you plenty here to see what's there. Goodness. All right, so the intelligence report. Good. Oh, wow. Okay. So this gives you the entire world. I have never really seen a trading card game include this in with their starters or anything. Usually, so with like games like Magic the Gathering, when they used to do the fat pack boxes, you would get the storybooks with those, and this is like way back in the day when fat packs used to be $24.99. You get about 5 or 6 packs, you get the book itself. This is a complete guide to the lore and illustrations from the Watchers. Wow, this is real nice. Like, I really like how this looks. I was not expecting this. I was expecting this to have like the starter and everything, which we do have the starter. We got the dice. We got a D12, a D20, and a D4. We got the starter here. I wonder what the space was for this. I'm not sure. This might be for something later on down the line, maybe. But you have the obelisk here, plasma cannons. This is really cool. I like that they include this. So you get like a little bit of more lore and more into what the aspect of the game is. You have the different planets that are involved. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with this. This is really cool. I like it. Alright, so let's take a look. So this is the starter for it. Let's open this up and check out some of these cards. Alright, so I know this is riveting stuff right here. Alright, so we have an Adra fighter spaceship. So we have that. We have Sutharos Ra, assistance character right there. Alright, so we have, like, I guess that's just the type of character. It's not like they introduce themselves. My name is Sutharos Ra, assistance character. So I guess this is a different classification of character here. We got a missile specialist, Adranix World 3. Apparently there's like some sort of arrival rules once you get to that planet, which is pretty nice. Adra. So this is I got the bad guys. Of course I got bad guys. I'm a heel. Why not? Makes perfect sense to me. We have a Bender. We have the Bender Portal Assistance, a Bender Shield, the Sarah 5. Okay, so we got, so we have a mix of everything. So I was thinking it might have been a case of you choose which faction you want to go with, and then you are able to go from there. But it looks like this just has a wide range of cards that you can get acquainted with in the game. The artwork on this looks really nice. I do like it. And I am very intrigued to see what we get to have in store for all this. So you have like your main characters is what I'm thinking that these are, because it gives me vibes of Commander, to where you have your main person and you have your starting health. Man, what is it? There was like something in Magic where you were able to do this, where you had like Gix and like some of the older characters, you were able to take on their personas. They gave you different life points, different hand sizes, stuff like that. That's what this feels like to me. So we have the that's an ugly bugger. We have a Fan Handler, CO Jihan. The Plasma Cannons, another Portal Assistant, Power Plant Missions. We have Restore Thoma, Rocket Launchers, Shotguns. Of course you're going to have a shotgun. We got Spell Blocks. We got a little bit of magic going on there. We have Steve Jacobs, so that's the main character, the hero for humanity. We have a Precision Strike, Teleport Assistance, Thermonuclear Grenade. We have Tessak, Zoomer the Zoomer character, so that's another race in the game. We have Thoma. Okay, Thoma is the life force of a character or vehicle. Roll the 20-sided die and add that number to your character's Thoma, or double that number of your vehicle Thoma. Okay, so this basically gives you a chance to restore energy, restore life Thoma. uranium mines, warp assistance, the Watchers assistance. They definitely look ominous right there. I like that. Zoomer World 6 and Zemo. This is, yeah, like that being the last card you get in this stack here of the starter. If this is a starter, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out later. This is about as epic as you can get the feeling. An Adra, angel-esque type character. And this looks like it can be, let's see, use 12 Thoma to portal away from an attack to a world of your choice. So this is basically, they can run away, which is pretty neat. And honestly, if I was going against it, I'd probably run away. But you know what? Zemo wants to run away to a different place. That means, in my mind, it's going to make it really hard to be able to knock out this sucker. So that is the card you get for the game. And like I said, you have the Watchers Intelligence Report. You have the score pad here. You have a little get to know the game, get started rules here, and the dice, and a nice little box to keep it all in nice and tidy. But that's what you get when you open up the Watchers Trading Card Game Deluxe Starter Set. All right, there you have it. That's what's inside the Watchers Trading Card Game Deluxe Starter Set. Now, like I said at the top of the video, this is a product review. So I'm reviewing what's in the set and just the product in general. I'm not going to go too specific in the gameplay, even though I did try to decipher what I think's going on in the game, but that's going to be a different video. Right now, I'm just looking at what the product has in store for you if you're purchasing it. So, first and foremost, the artwork on the sucker. This is what drew me in. This kind of epic artwork. I saw it online. I'm like, okay, I got to check this out. Getting the starter, turning it over, and you see the description of everything that's going on in the lore. My only thing is that I wish the game includes part gave you a little bit more of a detailed thing of what you get. So for example, instead of game cards, maybe it could have been a starter set for 2 players. The instructions are fine. The game intelligence guidebook, I'll go into that in a sec, was fine. And the battle card pad, a lot of people might not know what that is. Luckily, I played so many different TCGs. It's a life pad. It's pretty much what it is. So, that's my only nitpick on the outside of the box. Is that I wish this was a little bit more defined. And if I just hit the microphone, I'm actually using a new microphone. So, I can sound a little bit clearer. But knowing me, I'm going to act like Boogie from Ultimate Deathmatch 2 and hit it a couple times. Brother. So, I'm going to try not to. Inside this, you had the score pad, which was a giant... the giant card pad, I guess it's to keep life of, or the Thoma, for all the characters you play and the different vendors and stuff like that. It's a big kachunkus. It's freaking huge. It's probably one of the bigger score pads I've seen for a trading card game yet. And it's going to be very interesting to see when this gets off the ground and they do events for it, how people are going to have that big of a score sheet with them to keep track of their characters. Chances are there's probably going to be an app for it, or they'll have to do another smaller version for it later on down the line for when tournaments start running. The quick start guide, giving you the overview, how to play and all that. I'm going to touch on that separate because that does get into a little bit of card gameplay, and I will go into that in this review. The lore book. It's a kachunkus. Over 130 pages of lore. So if you are into the story behind a game, this has you covered. So for a lot of Magic the Gathering players, they love the storyline that has been weaved throughout the history of that game for over 30 years now. For Pokemon, it's short and sweet. You got to catch them all. For Yu-Gi-Oh, you're a duel master. For WWE Raw Deal, you're a wrestling superstar trying to get a championship. For UFS, you're trying to become the top fighter. For this, you get a detailed events of the Adra invading Earth, and you have humanity fighting off the Adra and having to go through different worlds using futuristic weapons and this entire lore. And if you're into that, and if you love the artwork, that's worth it alone. Like, I think that's really cool to have that kind of lore, and then possibly weave that kind of storyline into a role-playing game that you might be running. Like maybe a homebrew of a campaign, and you can play as the humans or the Adra. I mean, that might be something that you want to do, and I think that'd be a great idea, because this definitely opens up a new world or a new universe that you can explore later on down the line outside the trading card game. Now, you have the cards, which are easy to explain, or easy to read, which explains the card. I'll get that. And you have a different assortment of characters you can choose from for both humans and the Adra. And you have your dice, which I love dice. I'm a fan of dice. I can't have enough. Now, the one thing I wanted to touch on was the quick start rules. And this is my one thing about the game I wish it could have been defined a little bit clearer. So the starter you get in here, it's a deck of cards. You have to divide out the human characters and the Adra characters. And basically one person plays as human, the other person plays as Adra. And from that point, you can have two players play out of one deck. It's a great idea. It's a good way to start it out. However, it does have a few hiccups in it. So during the gameplay, and I was able to look over the rule sheet a little bit, if two players are playing out of the same deck, if an Adra player drew a human card, they had to discard it and then draw another card. Same thing for the human player if they draw an Adra card. Unfortunately, that means that your opponent is out of a card. And that's, to me, that is a little bit weird, not being able to give your opponent full access to their cards while you're going through and trying to get access to yours. It's just a weird way they have it set up. Now, granted, if the deck runs out, you just shuffle up the graveyard or the discard pile, put it back in, and that's your fresh deck. And you have a chance of getting those cards again. But it does have that little bit of a weird feeling trying to, if you're human and you draw an Adra card and you're like, well, this is one less thing you have to use against me, and then you discard it. But that doesn't give the Adra player the chance to utilize the cards that are there for them, like most other trading card games. Now, they do say that it's best for each player to have their own deck. But in the quick start rules that you have, it doesn't give you okay, here's what you do to build your own deck. That's probably in the starters, because there's different starters you can get for human and for Adra. But I wish there was something here to where it's like, okay, you know the rules. You got them down pat. Let's choose your faction, and here's what you got to do from here. I wish that would have been a part of the rules. Now, if it is, I didn't see it in my overview, and when I do the how to play video, if I come across it, I will make sure that is the first thing I address on there. But that's the one thing that I can see that's a little bit of a hiccup in the game. But I can't wait to play the game, try it out, do some world hopping, dive into the lore, and see what there is between the Adra and the humans, and also who the Watchers are and which side they're going to choose during this great war that spans across the universe. But thank you so much to the Watchers trading card game crew for sending me the starters so I can feature this on the channel. And hopefully you all will join me for the how to play video and for a playthrough or two if I can get those in before GenCon. But thank you all so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let everyone know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, friends, stay safe, take care, and know that the Watchers are watching.